Welcome, everyone. We have Nick Chapman here, who is part of our Lifestyle Marketeer program. He's one of our amazing students, and he has achieved so much in the time that he's been here. And it's just been, we wanted to share his story and get it in front of everyone so that people can see what's possible and what everyone is capable of, because Nick will be the first one to tell you he's no different than anyone else. And so we're just happy to have him here. So Nick, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Yourself? You keeping well?
Yeah. I'm good, man. Good, man. It's always good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell us where you're from, by the way, or where you're at right now, actually.
Well, I'm originally from England, just outside of London, but now I live in Thailand, just outside of Pattaya.
Awesome. How long you been in Thailand?
2.5 years now, and it just gets better and better. Thanks to the
That's
thanks to
it.
the course, the skills that I've learned actually, and we'll get onto that. But yeah, life is good because of my ability to generate income the way I do now.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great. Okay, cool. So, really, just kind of let's walk through. Like, what did you face? Like, were there any problems that you faced? Like, what made you want to start your own business, or what's your story behind your business?
Okay, well, ever since I was young, my dad brought me up that way. I mean, my whole family were entrepreneurs. Naturally, I am an entrepreneur, but my dad guided me that way as well. Um, uh, I've had many business, well, three main businesses in the UK. They were all very successful. I did very well. I sold them and effectively come to Thailand to retire. But I soon realised that retirement is not what it's cracked up to be. I needed to do something. So yeah, I invested into some properties here. So it wasn't money that really drove me towards coming on the program. It was more that I wanted to better myself. I needed something to do. Um, but it actually turned out to be a really lucrative step, which we'll discuss. But yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So, like, is there anything that you tried before joining the program that like you were looking for?
Yeah, it's funny how I mean I was working in my background's sort of martial arts and gym related, so I come here and I started working for one of the big fight brands in Thailand, um, and it was good. You know, I enjoyed it, but it was a job, and I'm not an employee. I've always been a businessman, and so I thought I'll come here and I'll do a bit of work in this gym, and it'd be fun. I needed something more. I have a passion and a background in design as well, and I've always loved working on the internet online with websites and stuff. Um, but back in the UK, I had not enough time. I had a lot more money coming in through my businesses, construction company. I had gyms. Um, but being here, I said to myself, I've got a little bit of financial freedom, which is a fortunate position for me compared to others. But what would I love to do? What would I really, really want to do? And I've always enjoyed in my businesses the marketing side, generating leads and getting new customers. Absolutely loved it. And then I absolutely love design. So that's kind of how it all come about, really. And I thought to myself, I need to generate some income. Earning money in Thailand, you're not going to earn a lot of money here. And if I'm going to be working and going to be spending my time doing something, I want to be earning reasonable income because that's what I'm used to. And then I want to combine it with my passion for design and my passion for marketing. And then I just started doing a bit of research, looking into it. And James kept popping up. And I thought, I'm going to have to give this guy a try. And that's how it all come about, really.
That's great. That's great. So, okay, cool. What did you first think when you heard about the lifestyle marketeer? Like when you first saw, maybe James, like maybe it was an ad or whatever it was. What was your first
Mm.
thought?
Well, it was on Facebook. It popped up because obviously James is very clever at targeting people, and I was obviously looking at this stuff and looking at Google because I've done a Google accreditation and got my courses done with them. But so it popped up on Facebook, and instantly it got my attention. And I thought, oh, one day, and you know how you do, you look at it and then you go away, and it pops up again and you go back, and then you think, no. And I must admit, I'm an extreme skeptic. I just think I wasn't sure about this whole online stuff. I'd not done any. I've got a strong background in education, university and college, but I've never done any real online stuff. And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I don't know. I thought, what it can't hurt. I'll explore it a bit further. And I started listening to James, and I thought, man, this guy seems to know what he's talking about. But then it's that next step, isn't it? And I was really tough to onboard. I got to be honest. I spoke to Ben, and I spoke to a couple of guys, and I still wasn't sure. And eventually I took the plunge. I took the plunge, yeah, because the information just seemed great. It was all laid out really well. James was his enthusiasm and is infectious. You can tell that he really wants to make differences in our lives. You know, he wants to see his input helping us, which I absolutely loved. And that was it for me. I took the step.
That's really 100% everything that he cares about. That's why he continues to do what he does.
Yeah.
That's a really, really interesting take on it because, like you said, you were skeptical, and I know many people are. This online thing is different. Like, unfortunately, there are people who are not genuine online, and they're not looking out for people's best interests, and that affects everyone else too. So,
Yeah.
so it's okay that you were skeptical and you dug and you found the answers that you needed, and it paid off. So cool. So what have your results been so far? So far within the program?
Way more than I expected, and that's the truth. I mean, I was going through the program. I thought to myself, oh yeah, this is great. I mean, there was so many things. Every single day, I'm still implementing skills and techniques that James has taught me, and I am generating good money, which I'll speak about in a second. I mean, my main source of income is websites. I design websites, have an exceptional, a great business and a really good business model, and we deliver an exceptional service. And that's my main source of income, which is another reason why I wanted to learn more about the digital marketing, because a lot of people ask, and instead of outsourcing all the time, I can manage it myself now. I've got my team that I can oversee and understand everything that's going on, and I still implement a lot of what James has taught me. But it took me off on other tangents. You know, the whole LinkedIn was just a wow factor for me. It opened up a whole new world. And currently, I'm generating £2,500 a month from lead generation and Facebook campaigns for clients, external clients, and some of them not even clients of mine from my website. It's clients that I picked up through the techniques that I learned through the course. And I haven't even really put my 100% effort into it. This is like, it's like a secondary income for me alongside my websites, but it's absolutely brilliant to just be generating £2,500 a month with the push of a few buttons and a lot of automation and stuff like that. It's just fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it's really great when you can do that and you have that as almost like on the side, right? And supplement that. That's really cool. Okay, cool. So you kind of touched on income a little bit there. So when you came in, how long did it take you to get your first client? You know, everyone's different. Everyone has their own journey. So what was it like for you?
I'm quite fortunate in the sense that I have a big network from years of experience in business. But when I was an athlete, a professional athlete, I built up a huge sort of network, support network, and I've sort of communicated with them ever since, and they've been very helpful and active. But I utilized that and the other techniques and literally hit the ground running. I mean, I hadn't even finished the course and I started to bring customers in. As I was working through each stage, I started to advertise that service. I got a lot of support from my network, but then I generated a lot of new leads through the techniques that I'd learned. And within about 2 weeks, I was starting to bring in customers. The leads started coming in, and I was like, "Wow, you know, there's a lot of leads here. In fact, if I land these deals, I'm going to struggle to keep up." And that was inside of 2 weeks, and that's the truth. It was just, yeah, it was brilliant. You know yourself in business, if you put out 10 proposals, you might get 4 if you price right, I believe. If you price too low, you're going to get more potentially, and then you're going to be overstretched and it's not going to be cost effective. But it worked out really well. But I had a lot of leads coming in initially, but very quickly I saw results.
That's awesome. So 2 weeks really, and you essentially brought in your first client. That's correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I hadn't even finished the course. I hadn't even gone on to the next bit. No, I was just selling the service that we're learning at the time. Yeah.
That's amazing. It honestly is. So, so what are you doing right now in terms of like number of clients and monthly revenue? Do you have I know your situation's a little bit different because you have the web design. So I guess we're just looking at in terms of the digital marketing, you know, essentially tacked on to the web design or whatever it is as a supplement. Exactly. So kind of what are you looking at in terms of clients for that and revenue from that?
So I'm generating just from the digital marketing side, $2,500 a month. Yeah, I'm generating a bit more from the websites because I have recurring income from them. But what has been fantastic is I have some of my clients are brand new clients just through the digital marketing that have no involvement with the website stuff at all, and then some of them are